Right here. The big K, the little K's.
Rapper Diddy's home this morning that was actually connected to the basement of Michael Jackson's former home.
Take one of my cameras so I have you drink.
I got you. Nah, fly.
Hey, mama said don't jump on the bed.
What you wearing, Puff?
Yo, Diddy,
what you wearing, Puff?
wearing love.
Let's go. You wearing?
I look over to this man asking for help, and I literally mouth the word help.
Diddy had demands of his party guests, with no girls being over 140 pounds, and he requested everyone to sign NDAs. With that in mind, here's our list of outrageous Diddy demands that will leave you speechless. Last week, a former party planner who worked with Diddy during 2004 and 2005 and wished to remain anonymous, spoke to some news outlets about the disgraced musician's parties. They stated that women attending these parties were subjected to weight checks. We would do a weigh-in if necessary. The girls had to be young and hot, so I always had a scale nearby in case I needed to make sure. The dress code itself was demanding as well. It said that women were to wear short dresses with high stilettos, being a non-negotiable. No pants, no jeans, no flat shoes. Every girl had to wear a party dress, preferably very short, just enough to cover her butt cheeks, but no longer than mid-thigh, cleavage showing. And every single one of them had to be wearing stilettos. Now, it was also recently leaked that Diddy had people sign NDAs at his parties, especially those who were involved in freak-offs. The document release shows that guests were issued strict rules on discussing Diddy, his associates, and any activities or individuals present at his events. The NDA reportedly forbade guests from sharing any information about Diddy, his family members, current or former partners, or friends. Now, under the agreement, the attendees were restricted from taking photographs, filming, or recording anything at these events without his written consent. Now, this restriction also extended to posting on social media as well, with the NDA listing specific platforms where guests are prohibited from sharing unauthorized content. Now, could these NDAs be the reason why some celebrities have not spoken up against Diddy? Are they legally not allowed to speak on it? Rodney Jones, who was a producer on Diddy's last album, filed a lawsuit against the star, and according to the lawsuit, Diddy recorded people at his parties to use for blackmail purposes. We are going to find out who was on the videotapes. For most people, it's embarrassment, not legal issues. That's why no one ever spoke out, he said. Now, Rodney was also a victim of Diddy's and said that he also made him a witness to various crimes. Now, this very well could be the reason why hardly any celebrities have spoken up against the star. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams seconds this, as he said Diddy used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims, and the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them substances, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance. Now, all of this is just so gross, and I can't believe that Diddy got away with this for so long. In 2019, Diddy had his 50th birthday party that was filled with lavish guests. He held his 50th birthday at his Beverly Hills mansion with guests including Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Leonardo DiCaprio, Pharrell, and many more. They had been invited by Naomi Campbell. Diddy's birthday invite was a voiceover by Naomi where she said, "There ain't no party like a Diddy party," and laid 3 ground rules. Dance or don't come, black tie means black tie, and project good vibrations. Now, this isn't the first time a celebrity has used the quote, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." LeBron James, Khloe Kardashian, and more have used it. Those celebrities who have spoken out about Diddy's arrest claim that they had no idea about Diddy's criminal activities. But just because they didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Multiple sources have said what happened before 2 a.m. pales in comparison to what happened at 5 a.m. Now, a second source who wrangled guests for Diddy's white parties between 2006 and 2011 similarly told Us Weekly that high-profile celebs would leave around 2 or 3 a.m. because they knew the party was going to take a turn. Girls would start to lose their clothes. That was the signal for people to leave, explains the source, adding that's when the substances would come out, with benders lasting until 7 a.m. Now, the New York Post reported that these parties often concealed freak-off sessions that devolved into explicit encounters after the main events. So, of course, some of these celebrities wouldn't have known. Now, Diddy was arrested in the middle of September and he is still in jail. Now, of course, he doesn't want to be there, so he's proposed different bail packages, but they've all been denied. Defense lawyer Alexandra Shapiro asked the judge to release Diddy on a $50 million bond, which would be backed by his $48 million Miami home and co-signed by several of his family members. Shapiro also proposed that Diddy be monitored around the clock by security personnel, be subjected to home detention, and have no contact with alleged victims or witnesses. Shapiro also said it's impossible for Diddy to prepare for trial from behind bars because of the incredibly voluminous amount of material to review, especially without a laptop computer. She also said his preparation has been stalled by conditions at the jail, including frequent lockdowns and even officers taking away the pens he uses to take notes. Detention is stripping Diddy of any real opportunity to be ready for trial, violating his rights under the US Constitution, Shapiro said. One of the judges who denied this package, Judge Robin Tarnofsky, sided with U.S. Attorney's argument that Diddy posed a risk if he were to be released for home detention. She said, "I don't believe that counsel has the ability to control you, given the significant concerns I have, particularly because of substance use and what seem like anger issues," she told his counsel, according to a court transcript reviewed by USA Today. "The danger, I think, is quite serious." She added of Diddy's release, deciding that the bond package his team offered would not assure his return to court or the safety of the community or lack of witness tampering. In a September 17th letter to the judge arguing for Diddy to be jailed until he was brought to trial, claimed his office has the testimony of dozens of witnesses and victims to his serial mistreatment and evidence from dozens of his own electronic devices and those of his co-conspirators. Investigators have taken more than 90 cell phones, laptops, cloud storage accounts, as well as at least 30 storage devices. They issued more than 300 grand jury subpoenas to obtain this evidence from communication providers, tech and social media companies, financial institutions, and Diddy's companies. Now, prosecutors allegedly have dozens of videos depicting Diddy's so-called freak-offs that corroborate with witness testimony. But due to this, Diddy has also demanded a gag order. Last week, his team requested barring his accusers from speaking publicly about the matter. His lawyers had argued that approximately 30 civil cases accusing Diddy of misconduct were interfering with his right to a fair trial. The proposed gag order would prevent all potential witnesses in Diddy's case, including their lawyers and representatives, from releasing or authorizing the release of any non-public information if there's a substantial likelihood that such dissemination will interfere with a fair trial or otherwise prejudice the due administration of justice. But just last week, the gag order was denied. The unprecedented relief that Diddy seeks on this motion is unwarranted, the judge wrote in his ruling. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how this case goes, with the trial set for May 5th, 2025. Well, that's all for our list of outrageous Diddy demands that will leave you speechless. Now, which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.